I'm Lindsay and I'm the dyer of Sprinkled Fibers.
And I'm Marci, her mom.
And before we get into the video, here are some highlights since the last time we saw you. Okay, so as you can see, we've been pretty busy the last few weeks, especially with our Advent dyeing. We went on vacation for a week and then we came back and we dyed a lot, like pretty much every day, and we got almost like our whole Advent dyed, which was a lot.
Yeah, like 8 days straight we dyed every day in 90 plus degree weather, and we just were like, let's do this, because once we get, you know, excited about it, we knew we wanted to just keep going on it. And also just before school starts for Lindsay, we wanted to try to get as much done as possible. And I think it helps when you do it, you know, consecutive days, because we could really make sure that it's a cohesive fade, because we know what it's going to look like knitted up. And so it was really great knowing that, and then I think it made the dyeing more fun, knowing what it was going to look like. So yeah, and then after the dyeing, the week of dyeing, literally dyeing, we went to the US Open.
Oh yeah, so we got to go to the US Open of surfing, not tennis. And surfing is our favorite sport to watch. So we always look forward to this competition because it's pretty close to where we live. And we get to go, and we stayed down there this year. So we were able to go every day and watch it. And we love watching the surfing. It's men and women's. And it's super fun, a super fun event. They have a bunch of like cool tents and stuff where they hand out a bunch of free stuff and samples from all the sponsors and stuff.
Yeah, we're really into surfing. So we first got into surfing years ago when Lindsay was 8. And this is professional surfing, so it's actually like on it's like the world competition level. And so it's we first got into it when Lindsay was younger. She loved that movie Soul Surfer with Bethany Hamilton. And it's a great movie showing how when she was 13.
13.
Yeah, 13, her arm got bit off by a shark when she was surfing. She was 13 and like heading towards the pros. And she was really, really good. And then while she was just free surfing for fun, her arm got bit off by a shark. Like she almost died and everything. And so Bethany Hamilton came to California for the largest women's surfing event, which is called Supergirl Pro, and it's in Oceanside, which is like an hour from us. And so we went to it, and wherever Bethany Hamilton goes, it's like, I mean, just
crazy.
Yeah, like tons and tons of people are there. The news is, you know, everybody's there because she was still at her prime back then. She wasn't, I don't think she was on the world tour, but she was very highly competitive. And so it was before she got married and had kids and everything. And so we first got into surfing then, and we loved all the women surfers. So Lindsay was like younger, and so after their heats, you know, you go up to you meet them on the shore, and you have them sign your t-shirt or whatever. And so she was really into that back then. And then now I would say over the last probably 3 or 4 years, we've gotten into more of the men's. So all the women that we loved, they all retired, and when I say retire, they're like in their 30s maybe, that they retired. And so now we're really into the men's, only because there's a huge there's like a big group of professional surfers that are coming out of San Clemente, which is where we go to the beach all the time. And it's a huge surfing community, and they're all really, really, really good and young. They're all in their early 20s, and so Lindsay knows some of them, and then we also love watching them you know, compete. So all of them were in the US Open, and so it was fun to see them, you know, like we're just sitting there on the shore watching, you know, a world surfing event. So, and it's like all the different countries are represented. So it's kind of like the Olympics almost. But so this was like a week-long event from a Tuesday to a Sunday, and we literally went every single day. Like the event started at 7:30, it ended at 4 in the afternoon, and so we watched it every day, and we love it. So we just got home, and now we're back to reality. Lindsay just registered for college again. So she's, do you want to tell them what you're in school for?
Yeah, I'm studying to become a speech pathologist, like my mom. And I do online college through Arizona State University. So it's all online, it's all asynchronous. I can do it whenever I want, which is nice because I'm always working.
Yeah. And she's been really busy with work too, in a good way. So busy with that, back to dyeing, and then school will start next week.
Yep.
So now we just need to finish up the Advent so that you can feel a little more comfortable with, you know, everything. And she's, any chance that she gets, which we just got home, so now it's starting up again, she'll be skeining all those mini skeins. So it takes her hours to skein all of those. She just sits on her couch, put something good on TV, and just skeins. So it's a lot of hours of labor. So, but yeah, so that's the update. So we have a couple of faux, and actually one is really I mean, it's more than a faux, it's a self-designed faux. So you want to tell us about it?
Okay, so while we were on vacation, I decided to knit up just like a simple little easy cowl. So, well, there's my end that I didn't sew in, but
Shocking.
this is the cowl I made, and I just did a really easy, simple like cable design, and it's kind of ribbed throughout also. And so I made this in DK weight, and it's held double. And then I started with the black section and then faded into the pink. And I slowly increased a little bit along the way, so that way it wasn't too like straight up and down. But it's not blocked yet, so once we block it, it'll probably lay a little nicer. But yeah, these are the colors. And this was all made with just stash that I had.
So you're making this available as a free pattern when you purchase your fall fade?
Yeah, so we're going to be making fall fade kits, and those will be all in DK, and this pattern will be available for free if you buy one of our kits.
So are there cables all the way around?
Yeah.
I just want you to know, okay, she didn't write anything down, so I'm really hoping she can remember how she made this. She literally just like went for it. She didn't have a cable needle. She just had a basket of her stash yarn and was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna make something for my fall fade kits. And this is the result. So if she had time, which she doesn't, she would be really good as a designer because she just gets the math. Like, she doesn't even have to write it down or calculate it. She's just like, okay, now I want to increase it. And to me, increasing with cables sounds a little bit stressful, but hopefully you can remember how you did it and you can write it all down and then share that. So, and then she's thinking for those of you who don't like cowls, which, you know, I understand sometimes cowls can feel a little bit suffocating maybe. I don't know. I like them, and I have a swallowing problem, so I have, like, if anything's too tight around my neck, I feel a little choked, but for some reason in the winter I really love cowls. Like, I can't wear turtlenecks. So, but for this, the good thing, and maybe after we block it, she'll probably put it, like, make a little reel and you can see how it looks. But she really wanted it to go wider at the bottom so that it can lay on your shoulders and kind of like be slouchy. So that'll probably be more, after it's blocked, it'll look more like what she's thinking. And she might have to adjust things, like after it's blocked and she sees what it looks like, she can always adjust if it's not wide enough to really sit nicely on your shoulders. But I mean, that'll be really, the fade is so pretty. So if you can see, it's like slowly going into those white speckles and then into these like hot pink. So really pretty. And that's all already, because she posted a picture of it today, and already a few of you have asked, you know, if these colors are available, and these colors are just her stash. So she could make those, you know, someday, but I think the fall fade will be more fallish. So here's a picture of last year's fall fade. And that fall fade was so popular. It was really surprising because it's not really your normal colors.
Yeah.
But it was very popular. And so she wanted to make a new version. So real quick, we're going to show you what it looked like. She made a fall fade shrug, and it was kind of like a bunched up shrug that you can wear, you know, down over your shoulders or turn into a cowl. And we'll put a picture of that right here as well. So this year, there'll be a new fall fade for those that would like one or those that didn't get one last year. And then 2 new designs. So of a cabled cowl, and then also she's thinking she's going to make a cable, something with cables in it, shawl. And both of them will work with the DK fade. So the fade is have you decided, is the fade going to be 5 or 7? Last year it was 7 skeins.
Probably 5.
5 this year? Okay. Will you hold the shawl then maybe single?
Yeah.
Okay, so then that would work out great. Exciting. So maybe by the next video we'll have more information on that, or like a little progress shot. Okay, and then for me, I did finish something as well. So out on the beach, I only worked on this at on the beach. So when I first started it back in July, I only took it to the beach and worked on it. And then when we were at the beach for a week, I worked on it there, and then I worked on it while we were at the US Open. So I finished my knit along shawl, the color affection. So as you can see, this is kind of the best view of all the colors, but I wanted to make one different than all the others that I have. So I'll show you the colors up close. It's like a green, kind of a springy green, held with the lavender. And then I went into this kind of speckled color, and my border shows a lot more of the speckle. So there's the speckle. And then I went into, and this isn't blocked yet. So then I went into this picot edge. So I'm going to try to show you that. It'll be much more clear when it's blocked. But I wanted to show you, and I haven't had a chance to block it. So I did this picot edge, and the picot edge is really nice because after I block it, and I'll show it to you next time when it's blocked, but each point will be pinned, and then it'll really show those little picots. So, and then I love, one of our friends, Tawny, she was asking for the numbers. So it worked out perfect. I'm going to put on the screen exactly how I did the picot edge. So one thing that I love to do at the end of my color affections is I really like to do a thick border of the color number 3, which for me was this multicolor right there. And then I thought, I really need some pink in here because I love pink, is my favorite color, and I didn't put any pink in this, so I just wanted to have that extra pop. So I started the picot edge, and what you do is it's basically a series of 4 stitches. So I didn't even go through it and see if it would work out, but it ended up working out. So here's the start of it. And then you go along, and what it does is it binds off your shawl as you do the picot edge. So I was going along, and then when I got to the other end, okay, it just happened to work out where 4 stitches were left, and I literally like ended with it right there. So it worked out perfect. If yours, I'll try to put on the screen the number that I had, the number of stitches that I had, because I think I had different than what the pattern. So the great thing about the color affection is you don't really need to count your stitches. So if you have kind of, added a few here and there or forgotten a few make ones, it's fine because you're just trying to get to where, you know, you're just striping and you just are trying to get to a certain number as far as making sure that you have enough yarn. So I held mine double, mine's fingering held double, so I worked until I used up every little bit. And then I had this pink left over from another project, and so that's why I added that pink border. And then if my numbers wouldn't have worked out perfect, I probably would have just done like a little, instead of, because you do a set of 4 at a time, so you're doing the, you're casting on 2, and then you are binding off 2. And so if that wouldn't have worked out towards the very end, I would have just like added, you know, knit 2 together instead, or just added a little one at the edge. So feel free to be, you know, not to be flexible with that. It doesn't matter if it's not exactly right, because no one's going to notice that at on the edge or the corner, and it'll still look really nice. So, and then I will put on the screen how I did the picot edge. I've done this on a few other things, not on any color affections, so I thought it would be a fun new border. So, and then thank you. And then I will block it, and then Lindsay will do a little reel with it. She's our reel maker. So, yay. Okay, so now it's our whip time. Your whip is not yet started, right? Any. So you're gonna start the fall fade shawl?
Yeah.
Okay, so stay tuned for that, because I know I'm excited to see what she designs, because I mean, she just says, oh, I have something, an idea in my mind, I'll just work on it, and you know, all of a sudden she's got something that's as beautiful as this. So, and then I'm continuing to work on my lace and fade boxy, which I'll show you a little picture, by Joji. And this was so perfect for Lindsay's summer shell mini kit that she had. So I'm using the minis. I know quite a few of you are using the full skeins that she also had for sale at the last shop update. So I wanted to, instead of using mohair, so the pattern calls for fingering weight, and then the lacy sections are mohair. Sorry, I'm running into our chandelier right there. So the lacy sections are mohair. And I knew I didn't want to do that. I wanted to try to use this fade as much as possible. So mine, as you can see, I'm going to show you the back maybe, because the needles are kind of in a weird place in the front. So mine, I started with this like pinky tan, okay? And of course this isn't blocked, so the lace is kind of bunched up. But there you can see the colors, okay? So I started with this sort of darker mint turquoise-ish color, and then I went into the mint one, then I went into the white, and into the pink, and now I've just started the peach. So I wanted to remind you what these look like. So they look like this, which is a color and then kind of like a white creamy color that fades into a tan, and then there's little brown speckles all over it. So that's how this is knitting up. So a lot of you have asked that, what will those knit up like? And that's kind of what it's knitting up. And so I think this is going to be so cute. I love the colors. So I'm going to use all of the minis as my lace and my stripe section. So I'm not going to have any mohair in it. And then my sleeves and the top and the bottom are going to be that pinky tan that Lindsay made. And I think she sold it at the last shop update. So, so I still have quite a few minis. So this is kind of what the colors look like when they're kind of balled up. They just have a little touch of that color with the brown specs. And then I still have these colors left that I'll be adding to this sweater. So I don't know if I'll be able to use all of them because there are, you know, I don't want to make it too long. So I have these left. So I'll be adding these into the sweater, but we'll see how many I get through. I probably will only be able to use maybe like 4 or 5 more. And then I might save those other ones for something else, like a cute little cowl or something like that. So that's my whip.
Okay, moving on to the Flower of the Month Club. So if you were a part of this quarter, we just shipped out the August. So you should have that.
Yeah.
And now we can show you, well, this is the inspo pic for August. So the flower inspo were tulips, and this is what the skein looks like. So it's a halvesy, and it's half orange and then half of this hot pink, and it has some pink and orange speckles in it. And then these are also the cute little tags that we made for August. So this is the skein, and as a surprise, I did make 4 extra. So let me hold these.
Okay.
So I have 4 extra skeins. So if you would like to get your hands on one of these, you can message us at Sprinkled Fibers. I thought I would make 4 this time because last month someone wanted 4 for a sweater. So if you want a sweater in this color, we have 4 available.
If you want all 4, we'll give you priority over like a bunch of little bits. That way you can make the sweater out of it, because I know last month she wanted all 4 and it worked out perfectly. She was like right away she messaged in and said she would take all 4. So if you want all 4, otherwise we will break it up into, you know, if someone wants a skein or an extra one if they already got one. And then I added in my color, so I'm just absolutely loving this project. I can't wait for next year. We're already like, should we keep it flowers? Should we change to, you know, ice cream? I don't know, we're like thinking of all kinds of things. So if you can remember, for those of you that are new, we are making together with the Flower of the Month skeins, we're making the anthology throw, and it's by Curious Handmade. So she made this for an Advent one year, and it's just a really cute circular blanket. And so I have mine, as you can see, mine is really big. I mean, I can barely keep it. Let me scooch this over so I don't knock over my coffee. And here is mine so far, and there I've added that new skein. So we'll just go through these real quick. I know some of you are probably bored with this part, but hydrangea from January, peony from February, cherry blossoms from March, ranunculus from April, delphiniums from May, daffodils from June, hibiscus from July, and then this month is the tulip. So you can see how pretty this looks together. Those colors are so fun, and I love it. So yeah, so far, I mean, I can't really show it to you, unfortunately, in a circular way. But it's really getting big, and it's really, I love these colors. They're just so fun and really happy. So, bless you.
Thank you.
So yeah, that is the latest. So if you would like those 4 skeins that she made extra, message us on Instagram at Sprinkled Fibers. And then if, you know, we'll give it maybe like a day. And if no one wants all 4, then we'll break it up, because I know a lot of you that did not join the Flower of the Month Club. I mean, I have a couple of you who are kind of collecting them each month individually, and it's working out great. She, like one lady, she has 9 out of the, no, not 9, she has 6 out of the 9. So it's working out perfect. Or I guess we've only had 8 and she has 6 of them. So that's pretty good. She just missed January and February. So.
Okay, so as another little surprise, we have an extra lapoof kit. And the only reason we have it is because this was meant to go all the way to Ireland. And Ireland is like very hard to ship to. And so I'm pretty sure it made it all the way there and then they opened it or something.
Yeah, their customs opened it. It even came back to us and it said opened by customs and denied. So
yeah, we don't really know why.
We're thinking, in fact, the customer, she was so sweet about it. I felt so bad for her because she kept asking, like, you know, is this coming? Because it took weeks. Probably
yeah,
even, I would say, yeah, like longer than that. And so we, you know, she looked it up on her tracking and it said in transit, in transit, in transit. And then all of a sudden it was on our doorstep. So I think Ireland just looked at it and said, nope, we don't want your wool. We have enough sheep here. So do you want to show them to remind them what?
So anyway, this is the lapoof kit. So it's fingering weight and it's this 5 skein fade. So it goes from this half yellow and blush all the way down to the dark coral. Super pretty. So those 5 skeins of fingering weight, and then it also comes with the 2 skeins of mohair. So yeah, this is white mohair with pink and yellow speckles.
And it's such a pretty kit. So we'll show a picture of it right here, what it looks like, so you can really get a good idea of the colors. Because unfortunately, when we make our videos, the colors come out way different. Like they'll either be really washed out or they'll be darker. So here's a little picture of what the kit really in true color looks like. And then just message us and let us know if you want one. So a few of you have wanted one and we said that we made it like 4 runs of it and we were done. But now's your chance. So if you want one, and it makes the lapoof is so easy and fun to make. So it's a great beginner sweater. And you hold, I made the lapoof sweater with this kit and I held it double with a little strand of the mohair and it just made it slightly with that little really pretty halo and I loved it.
Okay, and then one more thing that we have available we have 12 skeins of the summer shells, but they're a little bit different because instead of the brown speckles, these ones have a dark pink or a dark reddish pink. So basically someone ordered a full set of these and requested like that color of speckle and we thought it was really pretty, so I just made another set just to have it. So this is what it looks like. These are 4 other colors. So this is like, what are these?
It's
the pink, white, peach, and lavender and white. So it still has the half brown, half tan, and then the white, and then the colors on top, but it has these pinkish red speckles on it. So we have all 12 colors available with this color speckle. And so if you would like any of these, we are willing to break up the kit. You don't have to buy all 12, but we do have those available.
I love that dark pink speckle. If I didn't already have the summer shell mini kit, I would probably make my sweater out of this. So it would be so pretty for this sweater, the one that I had showed you earlier. But it would be perfect for the lace and fade boxy. So that's what this is, but these speckles are brown and I think that dark pink would be really pretty. So if you want that, just message us on Sprinkle Fibers. And again, if you want all 12, you'll get first priority, and we'll make sure you get it. If you want to break it up, we're willing to do that, because we'd rather you get it and be able to start your lace and fade boxy. And a few of you actually asked if there's any more summer shells, but we don't have any more. But we do have this special, the custom one. So
yeah, and if you want to see a picture of the other colors, you can just DM us so we can show you.
Yeah, or maybe we should post the full set, and then that way they could just see them.
Yeah, maybe we'll insert a picture right here.
And then just a little encouragement and reminder, if you haven't finished your knit along, I hope you're doing well with it. It is such a fun, now I know I made so many. Because as I was making it on the beach, it's just an easy, fun knit, and a lot of you have messaged saying that you really are enjoying it, so we're happy about that. So it encourages us. We really want to do another probably knit along together, because it's been fun seeing all the pictures, and we love all the pictures that you guys post. You've been, even if it's just on your story or whatever, and you're showing your progress, it really is encouraging to others. They're like, oh, I need to get back to mine. So again, it ends on September 30th, so you have plenty of time to make yours, or more than one if you really feel like it. Some of you got more than one kit, so that would be, that would be plenty of time. Don't forget to use the hashtag SFSummer24cowl. And we'll put it right here on the screen so you remember, because that way we can look back at those pictures, and we can, we like to put them on the stories, and then also that's how we're going to decide on some of the prizes. So make sure you're posting that. Again, the prizes are going to be just for the shawls that were made with sprinkled fibers only. So if you didn't buy a kit, which is fine, but you made it with all your sprinkled fibers stash, then you are eligible for prizes. And so if you, we haven't decided all of the prizes for sure yet, but we have decided the categories. So again, the categories are the first one that finished, the 3 best videos that we love, not because they're professional, but just we love them. 3 of the best picks that we love, and then whoever knits the most, multiple shawls. And then the rest of the prizes, like at least 12 to 15 prizes, will be raffle. So if you don't win a category, you're definitely gonna, you're going to have a good chance at the raffles. And all the prizes are knitting related. So we're trying to make it either, I would say, like knitting / fiber creating related. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Fiber friendly related. So yeah, so good luck with everything. Keep going. Don't give up. I mean, it's a fun knit, so I don't think you need that much encouragement. You got this.
Okay, and then the last thing we're going to talk about are some things that we have coming up. So in August, the first thing we have is our shop update on Saturday, August 31st at 9:30 a.m. PST. So that shop update will be a bunch of different skeins, and we're thinking of doing like a mermaid theme. So it'll be like mermaid colors, and I'm going to be dyeing that probably tomorrow. So, but we will have, a bunch of different options for that shop update. So that again is August 31st. And then in September, we're going to be selling the fall fades that we talked about earlier in the video. And that will come with the free pattern of either the cowl or the shawl. And those will be in DK weight. So that's in September, the fall fades. And then we also have in September the last quarter of the Flower of the Month Club. So that will be your last chance to sign up if you want to join for this last quarter of the year. So if you would like to join that last quarter, we'll start opening that up maybe towards the end of September. We'll give an exact date, and then we'll probably close that October 1st. And then also for the last quarter of the Flower of the Month Club, we are going to be doing another add-on, and this time it's going to be a Flower of the Month sweatshirt. So that'll be super cute. If you guys got our shirt, you know how cute that was. So
yeah. You haven't designed it yet, but I'm excited to see what she does.
Yeah, so that one will be cute, and that'll probably ship with the November skein. if you're a part of that quarter. And then also in September, we have the end of our knit along. So that's when we'll be doing all of the prizes like my mom just talked about. So those are kind of the things, yeah, coming up in the next month or two that you have to look out for. Other than that, I think that's it for today's video. If you have any questions about anything, you can comment below or you can DM us at Sprinkled Fibers. And I think that's it. So we'll see you next video. Bye.
Bye. I just noticed that I swear I'm not bald. I was looking in the video. I just went swimming before we made this, so I look really bald in this. She looks fabulous and I look bald. But anyways.